Hi everyone, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Nails in Orbit. Today we are drawing Max dressed as Powerline from the Goofy movie. I've actually painted these before. You've probably seen the picture on my Instagram where it's Max looking at Roxanne, but I filmed them, but the film was like a little bit weird because I was painting them on my sister's hand, so that footage didn't do very well, so I am redrawing them today because I loved that set. If you guys want to see that, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. All right, so we already have our base drawn. We're just using a lipstick shape today because I love lipstick, and any chance I get to use it, I will use it. And the bottom, like the base color I'm using today is Drink Me. This is from one of the Valentine's Day collections. Ooh. And just so you guys know, it is the Black Friday sales already started on ballpitshop.com. And if you use my code ORBIT, you get even more savings. So do that if you want. And so we're starting off with the sketching. I decided to use white to sketch today just because the background color is a little bit dark. So instead of using the sketching gel, I just used white, which I do very frequently, honestly, because I do always paint the base color on the back instead of painting it after I'm done with the character. But anyway, we're taking the white and our double trouble brush and sketching everything out. I just wanted to make sure he was perfect. I wanted to make sure I got elements, because the first time I did it, I feel like I got enough of the elements of him, but I wanted to get even more. Like I wanted to make sure his outfit was in there, all of his hair was in there, just like the main points of him. And then I decided that I wanted like some of the body to be extended onto the other nail so I could have everything that I wanted. But the most important, I feel like, was the majority of the hair and his chest having the emblem and everything like that. So we just gotta get him placed perfectly. I know I definitely did a few tries to get this right, I believe. Of course, I'm just showing you the one that I got right, but it did take a couple of tries, but it was very fun to do. I hadn't painted in a while when I did this one, so I was very excited to paint him, and he just looked so good and I loved it. So I'm just gonna finish sketching and then we will color block in just a moment. Now we're going in with the color Glazed Donut to start color blocking all of the colors. I felt like this was a perfect color because it wasn't the lightest shade, but it also like has a little bit of a tan in it, which I really liked, and I just felt that was perfect for him. So that is the color that I went with. And now we're going in with Boothing. So since these were his glasses, I wanted to use Boothing because it has a little bit of a shimmer. I always compare Boothing to like a car. So, because it has like very tiny little shimmers in it. So if you were to get like a sparkly car finish is kind of what it reminds me of, and since these are glasses, I thought that would be a fun little touch, so that's why I went with Boothing. It looks beautiful. I love it. It's one of the only shimmers I think I use besides the background, and there's one other shimmery color I use to draw him, but this is the main one for the glasses, and I think it worked out really well. And then Lifeguard Crush for the brim of his glasses. And as we're filling in, since it's about to be Thanksgiving, comment down below what you guys are doing for Thanksgiving, or what's your favorite dish from Thanksgiving. I think my favorite dish from Thanksgiving, growing up, it was always stuffing, and I think now though, as an adult, it's actually green bean casserole. I love green bean casserole. I don't know if my dad usually made it growing up, but I think I had it when I was with my mom for one Thanksgiving, and I absolutely loved it. and I hope that my dad made it this year. My dad makes a whole menu, like literally makes a menu and prints it out for everybody, even if it's just like my immediate family and everyone's not there because we've all grown up and moved away. But so if it's just even the immediate family, he makes enough food for, I swear to God, like 20, 25 people. So I'm so excited to go eat. I can't wait. He doesn't really do desserts, like he doesn't like bake and stuff, but he does do all of the cooking. Like no one even helps him, and he does not want help. So you can't even go into the kitchen at all. So I'm really excited. I am going to bring what's it called? Banana pudding. I'm going to bring banana pudding, like the box made one, not like homemade. I'm going to do like the Jell-O boxes and all that type of version. We're not doing anything from scratch today, but I'm going to make that later today after I finish editing this video. But I'm excited. My sister loves banana pudding, and I love banana pudding. I just recently discovered that, I feel like this year, and since my dad doesn't make that many desserts, I was like, you know what, let me just bring this. He also hates bananas, so I feel a little bit bad because, well, there's actually no bananas in this one. I think they call it nana pudding or something like that because there's actually no bananas in it. It's just the Jell-O. I probably could have gotten a few bananas, but whatever. We'll taste it today, and if it isn't good, I just won't bring it. But it's all right. I thought it would be fun to bring. And I couldn't even find name brand Nilla wafers, so I have to use off-brand ones. So I really don't know how that's gonna go. But we're gonna try it today. Who cares? Anyway, so now we're filling in the rest of the hair, and we're just using the black for the hair, and we're almost done filling everything in. We just have, looks like, the belt and the nose after this, and then we'll be all set. But yeah, but Thanksgiving used to be my favorite holiday when I was growing up because we got to see all of my cousins. We all would just like sit up, and we usually went to my boy cousin's house, and they always had like a loft area, and we would all sit in the loft and play video games and joke with each other, and it was so much fun. And since we're older, obviously we all can't make it usually, so it's a little bit more rare, but it was definitely my favorite holiday growing up. I just loved it so much, and the food, like I said, was so good every time because of my father. So that's good. But yeah, so let me know your guys' favorite meal, if you have any fun, exciting plans, if you're ready for Christmas season to start. Our Christmas season, we are actually going to my dad's house so we can decorate the tree and then go to Thanksgiving. So we're like really right there. I mean, my Christmas decorations are already up, but our family is like Christmas, like the day of Thanksgiving, or like I guess right after. But we're decorating the tree before. The house has to be pretty because we do have some family members coming over, so the decor will be up. But yep, that's enough rambling from me. I will let you guys watch until we get to the line work. So it looks like we got to the line work pretty quick after my rambling, so I let it play for a little while. So we're just doing some line work. Not all of the coloring and stuff on him is finished, but sometimes I like to jump into line work a little bit early so I can make sure things are placed before I do certain things. Like for example, his nose, I want to make sure his mouth is like perfectly placed before I place the nose, just in case I have to adjust anything like that. Excuse me, my dog has got my shoes. So yeah, now the nose is in there, perfectly fit, and then we are just doing our little bits of line work, and we'll go into, I think, the chest design next, the little, oh, I don't know what that's called. Science symbol? I do not know what that's called right now on my head. So real quick, as you can see, I did switch my brush to Fun Size, which is a really, really small brush. And I like to use this when there is very tiny details that'll just be a little bit too hard for me to use with double trouble. It's definitely, you're able to do it with double trouble, but it is easier for me if I have like, if you have those small brushes, you have like complete control, because the other ones give you grace for the long lines and it like helps you as you go along. And these ones, they let you do tiny, tiny little details. So you have full control, like more like a pencil when you're painting rather than like a full brush. And you see, I've switched back to double trouble because I have to do a little bit more of a longer line. They're still small lines, but they're a little bit longer. And the forgiveness that the longer brushes have rather than the short brushes is very helpful for certain things. So just get brushes like as you see fit. I use double trouble for mostly everything, but again, if I do have some small details that I need more of like a pencil precision, then I will use brushes like Fun Size. So that's how we were able to get that cute little sciencey design in there perfectly. I used orange, I believe Orange Blossom for that, for the orange color. And yeah, that's all we got right now. And then I'm just cleaning up, trying to make this perfect. I used white for this belt part because I do have to color over this. It's gonna come up in a second because I do not remember what color that part of the belt is. And then now I'm just using a little bit of white mixed into Boothang to make that reflection color onto his eye, because it just be really subtle. Oh, I guess the belt's just white. I think it's silver, so I just made like a little gradient of like a very small like white gray to make that little silver for the belt. And now we're going in again with Orange Blossom for his cuff on his sleeve. So actually, oh, I did not even say this yet. So there is no reference photo for this video. I probably should have explained that in the beginning, but there's no reference photo for this one because I used a combination of images to get this reference, because I didn't like all of the images that were presented to me because I don't know, I just wanted his face to be perfect with the pose and it just wasn't working out for me. So I saw this one inspiration that was the tattoo artist did, and I really liked that pose, but I needed a more of a reference for the hand. So I mostly used a picture that a tattoo artist did that they tattooed on someone. I could not find the name of the tattoo artist, my apologies. But if anyone knows, like comment it down below. But I used that reference mostly of him tattooed on this person's skin. And then I used a different picture of just his hand to get this perfect hand pose for this nail, like this combined nail. So sometimes that does happen. It's pretty rare. Usually I can find a reference or even Photoshop a reference together that I really want. But yeah, sorry, there's no reference picture in the corner for this video. Again, I should have explained it in the beginning. I don't know why I did do that, but it's okay. And yeah, we're just gonna keep outlining, and then I will show you guys how I do the sciencey design in the background too. So as you can see, we've started doing this sciencey background in the background. So I started by making several dots. I just did 8 dots around like the opposing corners, so I knew where the overall like oval shape needed to start and end. So that's what I did, and I made sure like you can see, I put all 3 nails on the stand together, and I'm using all 3 nails in reference with each other to make sure it is perfect. And I'm just kind of doing like a rough sketch, and then I will go back and finalize it. And I also wanted to make sure I did have a little bit behind him on his nail because I just thought that looked nice, and it was very continuous. Instead of just skipping his nail, I wanted to make sure even if you barely could see it, like behind his hair or anything, you still could see the green line. So it's just very continuous design. And now on top of, after we cleaned it up, because after that I did clean it up off camera to make sure the lines were perfect, now I'm putting Slime Time on top of it and just making, I wanted like a really neon color, and I thought Slime Time had enough green in it to like stand out against his yellow clothing. So I'm just using Slime Time. I'm just making sure it's perfect on there. And then I top it with, oh, I forgot, it goes in the dark. I top it with Glow in the Dark, as well as this shimmer, one of the shimmeries from the Winter Ice collection. I can't exactly remember which one, but let me try to guess. One second. I want to say that on top of that, I used Queen Frostine, just to have a little bit more shimmer on top of the glow and the Slime Time. So now I'm going in with Orange Blossom and just adding those little orange dots. Those little orange dots are so cute. I love them. They're adorable. So I made sure to add those. And then I put more Slime Time, more glow, and more glitter on the outside of the orange dots as well, just to make sure all those details were on there. It was very fun. I had a great time. And now we are doing the text. I did not have a fun time doing this, and I debated putting it in the video, but I was like, you know what? Even though I didn't think it was perfect, maybe you guys would still want to see the text being drawn. So I kind of just made a guide and then put a center line so I knew where the R needed to end in power and then where the E needed to end. So it could, and I kind of just eyeballed it. I didn't super map out each letter to make it perfect. I just eyeballed it. I'm pretty good at eyeballing, but this font was not fun for me. I did not have a great time because it was just so exact. I think I did better with the font on like my Scooby-Doo nails. There is All Real Monsters, because that one has a lot of forgiveness, but I have better font references in different videos, so you can check those out. But yeah, so that's what I was doing. I definitely had to start over at one point as well, because this logo is a little bit challenging because you want the main part, the power line, to be in the center, but you kind of need to raise it up a little bit because there's those lightning marks on the bottom. So it was just a little bit of a challenge. So yeah, I was like, ugh. And the whole time I was going back and forth, doesn't need a border, doesn't need this, whatever. So basically I just sketched it all out. I color blocked it, and you'll kind of see me kind of go back and forth with the coloring. And well, I don't even know if you'll even be able to tell I'm going back and forth, but I was going back and forth if I even wanted to keep the nail, so it's okay. I will let you guys watch for a bit, and if I see anything, I'll jump in. Oh, just kidding. We're already here. So yeah, I just filled it all in with white, and then I went in with Spiked Lemonade for the yellow on top of all of the white. And then that's when I debated, do I want a border? Do I want anything like that? So I'll let you guys watch that a bit, and then you'll see what I end up doing because I kind of forgot. Well, the footage cut out. I think I just got frustrated and didn't film any of that. So I apologize. You will see in the end what I end up doing. I just do a purple border and then I do a white border. And I do the same thing with my other text where I say tour 95. So I apologize for that. Sorry. It's all done, all the letters, and now we are just using our glossy top coat to cover everything. Again, I use 2 coats when I do nail art just to make sure everything is nice and safe and protected. So that is all of them all together. I'm very proud of this set. I actually wore this set to Tennessee. I went to go to a family reunion because I'm like a line leader for my family. So I represent my portion of my family. I don't know if anyone else does that. I mean, I'm sure other families do that, but like, let me know if you're a line leader yourself. So anyway, I went to go see lots of family members, and I wore these nails because I had to show off, of course. And yeah, so they look beautiful. I hope you guys really liked this video. I enjoyed making these nails, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.